Hello again, I am Blunty and I am here today to pass along one of the big secrets, well not really a secret, but big tips for getting the very best video quality you can get. And I hear you already guffawing in derision and saying, but Blunty, your video looks like horse poop right now. How am I supposed to take you serious and take your advice on how to get good looking video when clearly your video looks like horse dookie? Well, I've done this quite deliberately, obviously, to point out that it doesn't matter what camera you're using, whether it's a $50 camera or it's a $50,000 camera, every camera on the face of the planet is going to give you a better image when things are lit properly, because the camera has to do less work in getting the exposure, less artificial boosting of the light coming in through the lens, and it doesn't matter what kind of lens it is or how expensive the lens is, same rules apply. More light means the camera has to do less artificial boosting, which gives you a cleaner, sharper, just a more pleasant image all around. And even the autofocus and stuff like that is going to work better with more light as well. It'll hunt less and all that kind of stuff. So the real trick to it is getting light on your subject. And it doesn't matter what your subject is, if it's you, if it's someone else, if it's a tree over there or a pot plant or something you're reviewing on the desk over there, it doesn't matter. Light is the key to getting the very best video quality out of any camera you're using. And now I've been doing this for 6 years or something like that, more than 6 years, I don't know, I lose count after a while, and I've gone through a whole bunch of different lighting setups, everything from desk lamps and floor lamps and stuff like that. I used to lean on the side of the couch and trying to get the angle right and all that, you know, really dreary kind of stuff. And I've gone through the phase where I used big floodlights, you know, hardware store floodlights, workshop floodlight kind of thing, and I've used constant light photography gear, you know, big fluorescent tubes and reflecting umbrellas and things like that, really cumbersome and huge, and they did all right too. And I've gone LED panels, both big and small, and on camera and off camera, and lighting stands, and I've gone through them all. And the one I found recently is these little buggers. Actually, I'll grab this one, I'll show you here. Rotolight, and you can't really see what's going on with it because the camera is exposed for my face lit by this, not this lighting directly. It's a thing it does. But these are what I'm reviewing today, actually, and they are the simplest, easiest, cleanest, fastest, most efficient solution that I've found for video lighting. So let's take a closer look at them. Okie doke, so this is the Rotolight Interview Lighting Kit. It comes in this handy dandy little bag here, so it's very compact and easy to sling into another bag, or you can, you know, hook that onto whatever. So let's open it up and have a look what you get in the Interview Lighting Kit. First off, a whole little line of pouches here which you can store spare batteries in. It doesn't come with any batteries. I've put these in here because I need spare batteries. It takes AA batteries, 3 per light unit, which means they're nice and easy to get hold of if they ever go flat on you. You can of course use rechargeables. Little pocket here for, I don't know, a sound recorder or your mobile phone or whatnot, but the main part of it is in here. So you've got the two lights themselves. Now each of these is a self-contained little kit. So on the front there's a little transparent disc there that comes off, and the purpose of that will become clear in just a moment, because if we turn it over we can actually pull off the back here, and there are your 3 AA batteries, and inside each one of these you can store a range of filters, and it actually comes with a bunch of filters, so you can use the accessory filters, diffusion screens to soften the light up. There's a couple of neutral density screens in there too, which actually cut down the amount of light coming out. So they are dimmable, but you know, you don't dim them like a switch like on some units. You just pop in one of the neutral density filters, or one or more of the neutral density filters, and you can dim your light down that way to where you need it to be. Also comes with some color correction filters as well. The LEDs are calibrated to 6300 Kelvin, that's direct daylight temperature, which is very, very handy, but you can modify that to sort of cloudy daylight temperature, 5600 K, and all the way through to tungsten, which is a very sort of orange light. So if you're trying to match other lighting equipment on the range, or depending on sort of where you are or what kind of lighting you've got in the set or a location where you are at the moment, you can match the color temperature properly so you don't get any weird effects. So there you go. That's very, very handy to have all those, and nice and safely protected within the light itself, so you never ever run the risk of losing them. And so the back snaps back on there. You pop off the little disc there. We'll pop in the little sort of tungsten filter there, and bam, you've got a nice warm tungsten coloured light there, or whatever kind of filter you put in there. Two of those, both the same. With the kit you also get this, which is a kit of more filters, which are accessory filters, and within these you've got a whole bunch of different options, including colour washes and things like that. So let's have a look on the back here. I don't know if you can see that, but these are actually made by Lee Filters, which are a very, very famous filter brand. So they are very good quality and very well made and accurate, and even in everything else you want a filter to be. So very, very good news there. You've got a cosmetic peach one, which helps sort of even out some skin tones. But well, basically a whole bunch of different ones there, from yellow sunlight to amber, all the way through to red and pink if you're going for special effects kind of things. But it turns the entire kit into an extremely flexible thing, and of course you can pop these into the back of your lights there as well to protect them. I've just got them sort of sitting in their little bag there for the moment. Now we'll move those aside. What else you get are these mounting accessories here. Now these are the standard pegs that the lights mount onto, so they go together very, very quick and easy, snap together like that. And on the bottom of this you've got a standard tripod mounting hole there, and you've also got this which can screw onto that and give you a hot shoe mount there as well. So you can, and that also has a threaded mount in the bottom as well. So very, very flexible in when and how you can mount these things around. They've also, that little hole there is designed to go over boom mics, so you can slide him on there. So if you've only got one accessory shoe on your camera, you can mount your mic there and have the light mounted on it at the same time, and away you go, which gives you a very, very efficient setup there. So you can just use one hot shoe, you've got your mic and light in one spot, so wherever you point your camera, your mic's picking up what you're lighting up, what you're pointing at. So it's a very, very clever solution. And each one of these 48 LEDs you've got in it are properly color calibrated, which is one of the big differences between this, something like this, and sort of the cheap and nasty Chinese stuff you get off eBay and Chinese import sites and stuff like that. It's the quality of the LEDs and the consistency of the light and the consistency of the color temperature of the light, which is very, very important when you're dealing with video, especially if you're modifying the light with filters and stuff like that. You need to know that it's an accurate color temperature, because then you can match your shots properly. Everything's going to look consistent and good and nice. And if you're mixing and matching this with other lights, it, you know, the color temperature that comes out of these can be relied on to match the color temperature that comes out of other lights. So it makes everything you do with lighting much, much easier when you get high quality color calibrated LEDs in your lighting kit. It's a very natural, warm and nicely dispersed light as well, so you don't get any nasty harsh shadows. It makes people look very attractive, even if they've got faces like mine when you put the diffuser on and things like that. So it's a very, very flexible, very unique piece of kit, and it's becoming kind of indispensable for me, I must admit. So there you go, folks. That is the come down here, you little bugger, Rotolight Interview Kit thingy. Now you can buy these individually, or you can do what I did and get them in the interview kit, where you get, you know, the thing. Well, I've just gone through them, you know what you get, but they are easily the best lighting solution that I've found. They're the most, the quickest to set up. They're the most flexible in how you use them. You've got all those beautiful little filters you can whack on there to get any kind of effect and cast you like, and you know, you can use them on set like I'm doing here when you're just doing two camera stuff. You can whack them on the camera or on a support pole, or go handheld with them when you're out in the field running around doing you know, interviews on the street or in a convention or whatever you're doing, wherever you're filming. These things do a terrific job. They are really, really flexible. They run on standard batteries, which is great, which means if you are ever caught short, it's much, much easier to get a couple of packs of AA batteries than it is to get like I've got another LED panel light that runs off a Sony camera battery, and that's just, it's an obsolete battery, and they're hard to find, and the chargers are even hard to find. You know, it's a pain in the neck, really. But yeah, between two of these lights and that pack of filters and the different adapters which let you put them on lighting stands or mic stands or hot shoe accessories and things like that, you can solve just about any lighting problem that you come across in the field. They are friggin' terrific. Alrighty folks, I've just realised we've run into that part of the video where I start rambling and reiterating things that I've already said, so let's get to the quick, really. Let's sum it up. The Rotolight Interview Kit is the best, easiest, quickest, fastest, most efficient, simplest, most compact solution that I've found for video lighting in a whole range of conditions, whether you're doing a product demonstration, whether you're doing two camera stuff, whether you're in the field or whatnot. It solves a lot of problems in one easy, simple package that takes up almost no space in your camera bag. So, Do I recommend it? You bloody bet I do. Run out and get yourself a set if you're interested in making your videos look nice and clean and well lit. Alright, so there you go, folks. That is the, there we go, zip, Rotolight lighting LED panel thingies, and I think they're just aces. Oh, look at that, I'm getting some weird reflections in my end of my lens there. Of course, you're not supposed to shine lights directly into your lenses. That's not what they're designed for. So let's put him where he belongs. There's my little rim light, which helps separate me from the background. Look, if I turn this off, oh, I disappear in there. Boom. So, I am Blunty. Thanks for watching. I will catch you next time, and light your videos properly, because if you don't, they tend to look like donkey poop.